Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hello, how are you all? I know you haven't seen my face since the last Ravens loss. Took me a few days to get over that. That shit hurt it. But life must go on. Here we are. Always hope for next season. My last closing remarks for the Ravens and what I think the Ravens should do in this upcoming offseason will be in another video. Okay? So I'm not talking about the Ravens at all, probably for the rest of this video. Maybe. I'm here to talk about going on right here. Let me ask y'all a question real quick. Before I even dive into this whole championship weekend, right? Of both teams. Who do y'all think personally is the greatest football player of all time? I think I have an answer to that at the end of this video or at some part in this video. But right now, I want y'all to pause the video and put down below who y'all think personally is the greatest football player of all time. I'm curious what y'all gonna say. But let's get into these matchups. First of all, let's get into the losers of this weekend. The AFC side, the Kansas City Chiefs beat the Buffalo Bills. Shout out the Bills Mafia, man. I said that in my last video. I really like the Bills and the Bills fans. If I was not a Ravens fan, I think there are probably only two other teams that I will pull for in the NFL. One being the Washington football team. Only because of the DMV connection and, the Beltway and everything. I'll probably pull for the Washington football team. And the second would be the Buffalo Bills. Great organization. Great history of players. I've never heard a bad thing about the Buffalo Bills, honestly. From the outside looking in, I've never heard a bad thing about the Buffalo Bills. Now, Patriot fans and Dolphins fans and Jets fans might feel differently, but I have the utmost respect for the Buffalo Bills and their organization and their players. I like Josh Allen. I really like Stephon Diggs, being that he's from Maryland. They got some balls in their team, man. They got some balls in their team. I like them. They got a good future, man. They got a good future. It's just tough. It's tough playing that light-skinned boy up in Kansas City, man. It's tough. I know. The Bills were up 9-0 in this game. And then the Chiefs proceeded to go on a 38-6 run. 38-6 run. After being up 9-0, man. It's tough beating that light-skinned boy, man. It's tough. It's tough beating that light-skinned boy, man. There are two plays in this game where I said Tyreek Hill is undoubtedly the fastest human to ever play football. There was one where he caught, I think it was a speed out. I can't remember what down it was. But he caught a speed out and he turned like a 5 to 8 yard speed route. If y'all don't know what that is, that's basically you just say if I'm lined up as a wide receiver, I'm running straight out, just a straight. It's this basically. All right, I'm running, I'm doing that. All right, basically running to the sideline, right, for as a route. Mahomes put it on him. Tyreek Hill caught it. He turned that 5 to 8 yard speed out until about, I think maybe like 40, 50 yards. A 5 to 8 yard speed route with the defender on him. He turned that into a 40 to 50 yard game. And then there was one. Wait, am I thinking of the wrong play? No, I'm thinking the right play. What he did, he was in man-to-man coverage on one of them. He took a slant 72 yards. How do you take a slant coming around defenders 72 yards? Like, maybe I'm mixing the plays up. I can't remember. The point is, this dude is too fast. You can't play man against the Chiefs. You can't. You cannot play man against the Chiefs. Because they have 2 top 5 receivers on their team, and Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill. Yes, I'm counting Travis Kelce as a receiver, even though he played tight end. I see him as a receiver in my eyes. Dude is too good. And of course, Patrick Mahomes. What more can I say about Patrick Mahomes? What more you want me to say? He's different. All right, I'm going to get on the Chiefs, talk about Chiefs a little bit later. Let's go to the NFC side. The Buccaneers beat the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers could have, and in some people's eyes, should have won this game. Tom Brady turned the ball over 3 times. All right. And if I'm not mistaken, on 2 of those turnovers, Aaron Rodgers got the ball and 3 and out. Now, I know a lot of people love Aaron Rodgers. I'm one of those people that love Aaron Rodgers, okay? I think he's probably the most talented quarterback of all time. Second, I think it's Patrick Mahomes. I think Patrick Mahomes, sooner or later, might beat out Aaron Rodgers as the most talented quarterback to ever play football. But the point remains is, you got this much talent, you this great, man. I don't know how or why Aaron Rodgers seems to struggle at certain points in the playoffs. This is his back-to-back NFC Championship game. He couldn't get over the hump against Jimmy Garoppolo. And now this year, he couldn't get over the hump against Tom Brady. Now, I will say the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense is a top 10 defense. Okay? They're really, really good. But for the Packers to be in the red zone 4 times and you only scored twice, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. If Aaron Rodgers somehow, if the Packers offense somehow just gets another touchdown from either one of those turnovers or one of those red zone trips, they win the game. Score was 31-26. They win the game. At the end of the game, the final drive for the Green Bay Packers, there were 2 mistakes. One of them, I think, was by Aaron Rodgers. I believe it was 3rd and 8, 3rd and goal, when they were in the 8-yard line. Aaron Rodgers scrambling around the backfield, trying to find a guy open, and he has a corner. He has a lane to run and get that touchdown. At this point, it's 31-23. Aaron Rodgers did not run for that touchdown that I thought he could have got. Said he throws I guess you can say, a contested pass to Devontae Adams and didn't convert it. The second mistake was Matt LaFleur kicking a field goal. You're in the NFC Championship game against Tom Brady. You're at home. 31-23, 4th and goal. You got Aaron freaking Rodgers, and you don't go for it. It's easy to put criticism and to say what you could have done in hindsight. Even still, in that moment, if I'm the head coach, I'm going for it. All right. Now, if I score, I still got to get the 2-point conversion to tie the game 31-all. But you got to take that risk when, once again, you have Aaron freaking Rodgers. And you're at home. And this is the game that you have to win before you get to the biggest game of the year. Right now, this is the biggest game of the year right now for you. The NFC Championship game. You gotta go through you gotta just do everything you can to win the game. Taking that field goal felt like you didn't give it your all. I'm gonna be honest. All right, Aaron Rodgers, to me, he played good, but he didn't play great enough to win. All right, Aaron Rodgers made a few mistakes this game. It's really sad that Aaron Rodgers never got a first-round wide receiver at his disposal. Never. It's also sad that he only has 1 Super Bowl ring. That's a crime. Aaron Rodgers should have minimum 3 rings right now. Minimum 3 rings. Green Bay is called Title Town for a reason. Yet, they have won 1 title in the 21st century. Of this current century, they have only won once. That's a problem. That's a problem. That is a problem. Aaron Rodgers have way more rings than he has. All right. And I'll just leave it at that. I don't know what the future holds for Aaron Rodgers. I don't know if he's going to return back in Green Bay. To be quite honest, if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I say, look, you already drafted a first-round quarterback last year, all right? Obviously, he's going to take my spot at some point. Why not trade me? And if I'm Aaron Rodgers and I'm requesting a trade, I'm going either 1 or 2 places. Both of them, well, I say 3 places. 2 of them is in the AFC. Let's start with the NFC first. I would say I don't think the Packers would do it only because the other teams in the NFC. If I'm Aaron Rodgers, I would say send me to San Francisco. Aaron Rodgers in a 49ers uniform would be a sight to see. Would be a sight to see. Being that he did play at Cal, that would be a sight to see. I would like to see that. 2 other places I think he should go. 1, New England with Bill Belichick. That will work out really well for him. Now, right now, they don't have the talent on offense to compete, I don't think. But they could make something happen where it could work out for him. You never know. It's Aaron Rodgers. What wide receiver in the free agent market wouldn't want to play with Aaron Rodgers? You know? And also, I believe that this year was Odell Beckham Jr.'s, last year in Cleveland. Who's to say that Bill Belichick doesn't try to trade for Odell Beckham Jr.? Who knows? Who knows? You never know. And the last place I think he should maybe try to go is to the Colts. If the Colts had a quarterback just a little bit better than Phillip Rivers, I believe they would be in the AFC. They would have been in the AFC Championship game this year. I personally believe that. They have all the talent on defense and offense to make a lot of noise. And they match up really, really well against the Chiefs. They match up really, really well against the Chiefs. I believe last year they actually beat the Chiefs, if I'm not mistaken, on the Sunday Night Football game. If I recall. I'm pretty sure that happened, if I'm not mistaken. The Colts, this same Colts team, obviously minus Phillip Rivers, beat the Kansas City Chiefs on the Sunday Night Football game. When the Chiefs were hot at the moment, if I might add. I think Aaron Rodgers should pull the trigger. I think he should. What else could you do at Green Bay? I mean, I guess play your contract out. I'm pretty sure he would want to stay, but it's like, what have they given Aaron Rodgers to make him want to stay? You know, that's how I feel about it. Now, the Chiefs and the Buccaneers. Starting with the Bucs. The reason why I asked y'all that question at the beginning of the video is because I'm trying to think, what other football player could you make the case is a better overall player than Tom Brady? Like, greatest of all time over Tom Brady. Obviously, he's the best quarterback ever. But now I think I'm at the point, like, it's definite that he's the greatest, like, football player just ever. Could you make a case for Deion Sanders? Could you make a case for Reggie White? Could you make a case for LT or even Barry Sanders? Hell, you could honestly make a case for Walter Payton if we being real. I just don't see how one of them could change an entire franchise or just be as great and just change the outcome of an entire game more than Tom Brady can. Tom Brady took this 7-9 Tampa Bay Buccaneers team to the Super Bowl. The first team ever to host a Super Bowl in that home building. Tom Brady, of course, is the quarterback of the team that has done it. The amount of games that Tom Brady has won and the amount of Super Bowls that Tom Brady has gone to, now 10 Super Bowls, I don't see an argument for any other football player ever to be put in that conversation as to be greater than Tom Brady. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Y'all can let me know that in the comment section, but I personally don't see it. I said something last night while the game was going on, while the game was basically over, to my friends in a group chat. I was saying, you know, not gonna lie, I think Tom Brady not only has a better career, has a greater career so far than LeBron, I think he has a greater career than Michael Jordan. The reason why I said it is, again, 10 Super Bowls, and obviously he's played in 9, he better play in 10. He's only lost 3 of them. And he only lost it to 2 teams. And they both was in the same division. Only lost to 2 teams, both in the same division. He won the greatest comeback ever in Super Bowl history that went to overtime. He won that game. It's just like, bro, this dude, he's thrown the most passing yards in Super Bowl history, 505. If I'm not mistaken, that's the number, 505. What hasn't Tom Brady done? I'm being for real. What hasn't he done? This dude is on another level. Now you can say part of his success in New England was due to Bill Belichick, and I give you that. But damn. To be this great at 43 years old, this man still got zip on the ball at 43 years old. He's throwing rockets. He's throwing lasers at 43, man. And also the reason why I say that Tom Brady has had a greater career than Michael Jordan. One, because it's way harder to win football games in the NFL. Not only is it hard to win football games, it's hard to win playoff games and Super Bowls in the NFL. Way harder than it is in the NBA. Now, I will say it does take more. It takes more skill to play basketball than it is football. I will say that. I will say it does take way more skill to play basketball professionally than it does to play football professionally. But I believe it's harder to win because it takes all 11 guys on both sides of the ball, offense and defense, and it also takes coaching. It takes the front office. It takes culture. Like, so many variables go into winning a football game. It does. It truly does. It's the officiating, like matchups, the trenches, the offensive line versus the defensive line. You can lose a game off a few bad snaps, as you've seen with the Ravens this season. You can lose a game off a few bad snaps. Literally, you can lose a game off a few bad snaps. You can lose a game off just one missed field goal can lose you a game. One tip pass to an interception can lose you a game. One strip sack or a fumble that gets scooped up and gone the other way into the end zone for the other team can lose you a game. And small things like you have to be almost perfect on both sides of the ball to win a football game. I'm being honest. Like, it takes a lot. In basketball, one or two dudes can win you a basketball game. One dude can win you a regular season basketball game. Now, in the playoffs, it's going to take more than one guy. May take two, honestly three, to win in the playoffs and to win a championship in basketball. But for the most part, majority of the time, in a regular season game, and just a random, like, Tuesday or Wednesday night, you can win the game with one dude. We've seen it multiple times. That's not possible in football. Okay? But Tom Brady is close as close to it, if I'm being real. Now, the flip side to this is the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs defense is not top 10. Off the top of my head, I can probably name about 11 or 12 defenses that's probably better than the Kansas City Chiefs defense. What, the Steelers, Ravens, Colts, Dolphins, Saints, Buccaneers, the Bears. Who am I missing? The Washington football team, I feel like have a better defense than them. The Bills, even though they did just get 38 put on their head, I still believe they have a really good defense. I believe the Packers have a good defense. The 49ers, even though they didn't have a good season, I still believe they have a really good defense. So that's 11 teams right there that I believe have a better defense than the Kansas City Chiefs. Basically, almost every single team that was in the playoffs this year probably has a better defense than the Kansas City Chiefs. Maybe outside of the Browns and the Packers, maybe. I could make an argument the Packers have a better defense than the Chiefs. With Jair Alexander, Adrian Amos, Darius Smith, Preston Smith. Just to name a few on the top of my head, man. The Packers got a good defense. They got some dogs over there. The reason why I bring up defense is because I think if the Chiefs were to have a top 10 defense, Nobody will beat this man right here. Right here. Right here. Nobody will beat this man. Nobody will beat the Chiefs. It would be literally impossible to beat the Chiefs if they had a top 10 defense. I'm trying to think of all the greatest teams of all time that has been like ever assembled. The Chiefs don't even have a top 10 defense, and I'm willing to put this team up there with one of the greatest NFL teams of all time. The talent that Patrick Mahomes have is absolutely fucking ridiculous. And on top of that, he is currently the best quarterback in the league. It's just like, damn. It's like, damn. What can you do? What can you do against these boys? You can't run man. Alright? If you run zone, Pat might just run around the backfield, make something happen. Somebody may sit in a soft zone, catch that, and take that maybe 15, 20 more yards than where he caught it from. Like, they got at least 2 to 3 dudes on a team that's fast enough to catch a screen or a slant and score. No matter where they are on the field, they could be all the way down on the other side of the opponent's field. They could be on a damn 5 to 10 yard line, all the way down the other side of the field. They can take that slant on that 10-yard line on the other side of the field and score. I'm not bullshitting. Tyreek Hill, Markel Hardman, and you can also say Sammy Watkins too. Damian Williams too. Clyde Allaire too. Could take a fucking screen or slant. They can take that measly ass screen or slant to the house at any point. This is such a big play offense, bro. These dudes can score 20 in about half of a quarter. And half of a quarter, these dudes can already be 21 up on you, bro. It's so hard to beat. I'm being real. I honestly don't know what teams can beat the Chiefs in the playoffs, in the AFC, in the next coming years. I'm being real. I said earlier the Colts. I feel like maybe the Bills at some point can get there, but I don't know. Or the Ravens. Or maybe even if the Steelers get another quarterback, I feel like Ben is done. They got to get another quarterback in there. If they get a top 10 quarterback, top 5 quarterback on the Steelers, I'll say them also. Outside of that, that could be another destination that Aaron Rodgers can go to also. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Who knows? All right. Outside of those 2 teams I just named, I honestly do not see any other AFC team beating the Chiefs. I don't. I truly don't. Now we have old school versus new school. Old school versus new school. This might be one of the greatest Super Bowls of all time. I believe it's going to be high scoring. I also think this game will break open in the second half. BUCS cannot play man. They cannot play man. At all. Or it's a wrap. Who I think will win this game and by much and by how much, that's going to be another video for another day. I appreciate y'all tuning into your boy, man. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe, man. The Chiefs and Buccaneers preview, Super Bowl preview, will be coming soon. Next few days, a week before the game. Who knows? Turn your notifications on so you'll see when the video drops. Again, it's been your boy CM2. Love each and every one of y'all. And I'm out.